Well, ladies and gentlemen, RTA is back. The thing that keeps me going in Ace. I've had to survive 2.5 long weeks of terrible Rift of Chaos. But anyway, the true joy is finally back. RTA, man, I'm so happy. I'm hoping these artifacts, I hope people are struggling just as much as I am on Rift of Chaos, so they don't have a whole lot of crazy artifacts. Again, I'm just hoping to try and get top 10. I finished 8th, I think, last season, which was a real accomplishment for me. And I'm hoping to do something similar. But even top 25, top 50, as long as you get those skins, that's all that matters. And now he added one legendary book for a 60-day season. So, woohoo! But anyway, yeah, it's good to be back, and let's get into the games. So it goes without saying, if we're at the very beginning of the season, the competition might not be super great. It might be really, really hard. You just never know. But I'm recording videos and showing you anyway. So they end up banning Holy Divine Yolanda, and I ended up going and banning Shark Solandre. But here we have someone who has a A2 Holy Armor Virgil and a A6 Ashlyn. So I think we're in for a good fight here. So I counterpick with Alicia and then try and do the outspeed with the Halia. So right now I have my 2 speedsters picked, so I'm feeling pretty good. Here, I wanted to try out something new, to be honest. I go with Kasim, as he is my all-time favorite hero, but I end up picking Hori here. I just wanted to try him out. I think he's got a lot of potential. A lot of these Cleave nuke teams tend to be pretty squishy. So I wanted to see what Hori could do here. So I debated on banning Holy Armor Virgil, but I wanted to try and get the speed boost if he ended up banning Alicia, and that's kind of what happened. So I banned the Aurea, and I'm thinking my Holly is going to outspeed because of the Nero aura. So here I end up speed boosting, hoping my Hori was going to outspeed the Garnet, which he did, and then he takes down the Garnet, takes down the Baron, and here I'm just in a great spot because he needs to stun the Nero, and that's where Kasim comes in and does his thing. So yeah, it's kind of a nice start to the season there, with Hori showing off a little bit and Kasim still being super cool. So on to the next one. All right, so fight number 2 here. I was kind of just looking at where Doc Rate was. Doc Rate is one of the bigger players in the RTA scene. So I'm glad to see he's still playing. So I think this is a new person because they have a different ban. I still just end up picking Shark Solandre. In my opinion, he just does not have a counter. So, yeah, anyway. So here I see a first pick, Desdemona, which is always disheartening to see. You definitely need to outspeed her. So that's why I picked the Halia. And then he goes into an A1 Dark Nick, and then Baron. Here I go into Alicia, which is always nice because it's so hard for people to not want to ban Alicia. So that usually means that the Halia sticks around and you can win the speed war. So here I end up going into Jonathan, which helps against Dark Nick and Baron. And then this guy picks a Kasim. I'm like, what the heck? So that's cool. Props to him. Or her. I don't know. And then here I go into Rosalie as a nice counter to both Baron and Kasim. So I banned the Dark Nick. I'm thinking I can outspeed the Desdemona anyway, and hopefully even one shot with the Alicia if possible. So here, I think I actually ended up getting pretty lucky. I went after the Baron here, so the Desdemona, but then I got a lucky kind of bonus attack from Alicia to one-shot the Desdemona. I actually let the Desdemona live. I wanted to see what she could do, because I'm sure I'm gonna be fighting against her a lot, in the upper ends. So this person's still using Afroween, but she got nerfed pretty hard, so I don't know if she's going to be viable or not. I've heard conflicting things, but yep, that was match number 2, and on to the next one. So, third match here, it's actually against the same person. I don't know if, I don't know where this person ranked in RTA last season or not. He does have some pretty good champions, so I'm sure he spends a bit in this game. But yeah, I don't know how fast that Desdemona actually is. It was second in line to my team, but really the only fast hero that I had on that pick was Alicia anyway, so I just don't know how fast. It's pretty hard to get Desdemona fast unless you have her A1. Okay, so here he ends up going Halia instead of Desdemona and then A1 Dark Nick. So here I'm kind of going a more defensive route. I second pick Aurea to help against the Halia as well as the Dark Nick. And because of how fast the Desdemona was, I think here I was 100% sure that I was going to ban her this time. So I pick Alicia as well as Rosalie to help deal with the counterattacks against that Baron. So if the Baron does get to go, I'm hoping my Rosalie one-shots her so she doesn't get the second bonus attack. And then I also picked Kasim, so he couldn't pick Kasim because only I get to pick Kasim. No, but anyway, okay, so I do end up banning the Desdemona. And who did they ban? Maybe the Alicia. Yes, they banned Alicia. But here, my Rosalie is not very fast. I still have her like in Rift of Chaos gear, and she's only 211 speed. So I don't think this person has played a whole lot of RTA. Speed, it really is super important in RTA. It's not the end all be all, but it is pretty important. But this person definitely has the roster, and I think as soon as they get, a little more better gear, this person can be a real threat in RTA. So I don't know if he's watching or they're watching, but I mean, you got a great start, man. All you need to do is, get a little bit better gear, keep grinding, and, eventually one of those days you're gonna kick the poop out of me. So on to the next match here. Alrighty, so match number 4. Who do we got? So we see a similar band to mine, so we're thinking it's going to be a new enemy, different opponent. Okay, so here we see a Divine Yolanda and then a Holy Armor Virgil, but not completely leveled up. So usually, if you guys are playing RTA, if you see players like this, they tend to just pull a lot of champions, and then don't go through the rigmarole of trying to gear them properly and things like that. And you'll kind of see that in this match, because ironically, and I don't know, maybe this person just didn't have his heroes geared or something, but the Holy Armor Virgil ends up being the lowest health on the team, which is pretty interesting. But anyway, here I pick Light Nick. I actually wanted to pick Aurea, but I guess I just wasn't paying attention. And then I have another person who's going with Kasim. It's like, who are these guys? You're picking my hero. It's supposed to be my guy. He doesn't work for nobody else. And and here I see Connor. Oh, no. Sorry. Thinking of someone else. Spoiler. Sorry. Yeah, I was actually debating on kind of leaving this match. When you see a level 50 Connor or whatever, I don't know. You just feel a little bad. Because, you want people to play this game mode. Because I think it's a lot of fun. But you also don't want to, deter them from it. So, anyway, but I played it out. I think I ended up doing that because he picked 2 light and dark legendaries. So if he was just going red, green, blue characters, maybe I would have just quit there. But I didn't. Here I go after the Divine Yolanda so I can attack with the Hori. But then I ended up, wiping the rest of the team out there. But I did like how he picked Kasim. I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, on to our last match of the video. All right, match number 5. Who do we got? Okay, so same band. At this point, I'm thinking that it's the same person, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I've tended to like picking Nero. He just helps so much with the speed gap, especially if somebody picks Halia. I do have some speedsters on my team that can kind of help. So here this person goes Halia into Doomweaver Valyria. So I pick Jonathan and Aurea. And then we've got A1 Holy Armor Virgil. And I'm like, oh boy. Okay, what else we got? And then I see an Imogen. So I go with Kasim because he's awesome. And he's also good against every single hero that they've picked so far. Although Imogen does hurt him a little bit by removing his dodge. And here I go into Hori because he's going to... he can clean house. So here I'm thinking this person probably doesn't have a whole lot of speed other than the Halia. So I just ban the Halia. With Hori being my fastest hero, hoping that he ends up being able to outspeed any of these other heroes. But I'm assuming he can, other than maybe the Doomweaver Valyria, but a lot of people don't build her quick. So let's see what ends up happening. So my Hori does get the first attack. I go after that Holy Armor Virgil, end up killing the Virgil, and then into... into the Imogen, and then into the Dark Nick. And then here I just clean house, go in with the Kasim. Dark Nick ends up going into his AoE. Kasim dodges, counterattacks, and then gets to go again. So there we go, guys. A pretty nice start to the beginning of the season. Obviously, you just have a wide variety of who you're going to be playing, when RTA first starts. But as the season goes on, I'm sure you're going to see a lot more of the kind of win rates and frustration or insane joy that comes from RTA. So just stay tuned for that. I'll be putting out videos all throughout the season. This is my favorite game mode in the game, and I hope you guys enjoy these videos. But anyway, it's good to be back, and that's all I got for you. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.